Good morning, Bethel family. Good morning. Oh, this is such a great day. The purpose of Bethel Gatherings is to provide a means of worship to those gathered in their homes, worship groups, or otherwise ecclesia around the world. We feature hymns, scripture, and words from the heart that point us to the risen Redeemer. Having said that, good morning. May this bring heaven into your home and heart. This morning, let us turn our attention to Psalm 90, verse 1. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hadst formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. Then Deuteronomy 33:27. The eternal God is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. Often King David, the songwriter, wrote about the rock, the refuge in God. Psalm 18 begins with, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust. My buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised." Then in verse 46, "The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock." Yes, the Lord is my rock. He is our rock. He is the solid rock upon which we stand. He is never shaken. He is firm and solid and immovable. Though the earth and mountains shake, though the foundations be shaken, he alone is the rock and the refuge, and there is none like him. In fact, before the foundations of the earth and world, before all of this was put into the place, he was there. He is from everlasting to everlasting. He is the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. He is my shield. He is my buckler, my fortress, my high tower. He is my defender. He is the God Elohim. He is the God of angel armies. He is my Redeemer. He is my advocate. He is my salvation. He is my rock. The Lord liveth. Blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. Psalm 18:46. He alone is my rock and salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Psalm 62:2. Blessed be my rock. Oftentimes in life we need a rock upon which to stand. We need that solid foundation that will never be moved. We need that refuge in the rock, that we can watch the storms of life go by and realize that we are inside looking out upon the storm. Yes, life has storms. Our country is facing storms. It is upon each of us to call upon the Lord and take refuge in his rock. Long ago, several painters were asked to paint a picture of the peace. One of the most remarkable pictures of peace is a painting of a furious ocean storm with waves pounding on the rocks on the shore. Then one's attention is drawn to a white dove sitting upon her nest in the hollow of the rock above the waterline, calmly watching the storm. So, too, is our refuge in the cleft of the rock. That old hymn, "Rock of Ages," is so important and appropriate. Listen to the words. "Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide my soul in thee. Let the water and the blood from thy wounded side which flowed be of sin the double cure. Save from wrath and make me pure. While I draw this fleeting breath, when mine eyes shall close in death, when I soar to worlds unknown, see thee on thy judgment throne, Rock of ages, cleft for me. Let me hide myself in thee. Was written by a man named Augustus Toplady in 1776. Think of that. Think of the storms that were going in 1776. And yes, that beautiful hymn today is in public domain. 10 years later, then many years later in 1880, Vernon Charlesworth wrote this one. The Lord's our rock, in him we hide, a shelter in the time of storm, secure whatever ill betide, a shelter in the time of storms. Oh, Jesus is the rock in a weary land, a weary land, a weary land. Oh, Jesus is a rock in the weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. A shade by day, defense by night, a shelter in the time of storm. No fears alarm, no foes affright, a shelter in the time of storm. Yes, Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a weary land. Jesus is a rock in a weary land, a shelter in the time of storm. Today, in the midst of the storm, whatever that storm may be, stand upon the rock and know that the eternal God is your refuge and your rock, and he shall never be shaken or moved. Long ago, a missionary to China in the 40s and 50s, Isabel Kuhn, wrote it this way, and I'm quoting from her book, In the Arena, published in 1958. Sometimes on the rock I tremble, faint of heart and weak of knee, but the steadfast rock of ages never trembles under me. Oh, beloved Bethel friends, how much he loves us. He loves us so much, and he is our rock. Until next time, let us be reminded of this lovely chorus written in 1951 by Merrill Dunlap. He's the one I love in the morning. He's the one I love at noon. He's the one at evening twilight. He's the one at midnight gloom. He's the oak and I'm the ivy. He's the potter and I'm the clay. For my Lord and me there'll never be a parting day. Let us close by uniting our hearts together in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power, for thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Until next time, thank you and God bless you. There have been put some notes at the bottom here, including a link to a sponsor for this channel. God bless you and thank you. I will see you again.